Hi there, and welcome again to another installment of What to Expect on your full Irish Whiskey Heritage Tour of Ireland. I'm Brian, and I'm going to be your tour conductor on this wonderful boutique small group tour, limited to no more than 15 people per tour. Whiskey Heritage Tour of Ireland. It's an 11-day total with travel, 9 days in Ireland boutique tour with exclusive elements that have been designed painstakingly over the last 5 years by myself that are only available to my groups. There's many exclusive, wonderful exclusive things. So the last time we talked about your first day in Ireland, and we ended up at the Courtyard Hotel in Leixlip County, Kildare. And we will wake up, and now we're on day 2 in Ireland, day 3 of the tour. And this day we'll be visiting Kilbeggan Distillery, the Tullamore Dew Heritage Center, and ending up in the town of Kilkenny. So after your full Irish breakfast, for those of you who are not familiar with what a full Irish breakfast is, it entails a lot of food, and there's a lot of choices to come by. I guarantee you won't leave hungry unless you wish to. So that's one of the reasons we actually don't offer a lunch included in the tour itself, because I've found after many times in Ireland that I honestly am not hungry after breakfast until dinner time rolls around again. So we don't offer an included lunch. However, you will have the opportunity to grab a bite on your own if you wish at any of the stops or several of the stops we'll be making over the length of the tour. So after breakfast, we load ourselves up on our coach and we head on down the road briefly to the town of Kilbeggan, which is where Loch's Kilbeggan Distillery is located. Now, Loch's Kilbeggan Distillery was originally established in 1757, making it now currently the oldest operating whiskey distillery in the world. Um, Many of you will know that Bushmills has the oldest license to distill, which was established in 1608. However, distillery operations weren't set up in Bushmills officially until the late 1700s. So, having started distilling in 1757, Ireland and the world's oldest active distillery is now located in Kilbeggan. However, in 1957, the distillery fell silent, is what when they stopped distilling at a distillery. It's called falling silent, and since that time, the three brands that have been associated with Kilbeggan, Kilbeggan whiskey, Loch's Blend, and Loch's Malt, have all been distilled at the Cooley Distillery, located just outside the town of Dundalk in County Louth, which is just to the north of Dublin. And after being distilled there, they were transported to the town of Kilbeggan for warehousing in this beautiful 200-year-old granite warehouse. However, happily, distilling operations began again in Kilbeggan in 2007. Now, the distillery itself had been originally preserved by the townspeople who loved it so that they made it a museum. So now today, I visited there just after they began distilling again in 2007. And as they were ramping up their distilling operations. And it's one of my most favorite distillery visits in the entire world, because you now have the heritage right next to the new distilling operation. So you can really feel the heritage of the place. And I feel that's reflected in its whiskey. So here we will be receiving a master distiller's guided tour by the master distiller and the brand ambassador. This is exclusive to the folks on my tour. And then our exclusive guided whiskey tasting of several of their whiskeys will take place just following that. You'll also have the opportunity to grab a bite to eat at the pantry restaurant that they have there. It's very quaint. So if you do want to grab a bite out on your own for lunch, you're more than welcome to do that there. Then we'll be loading ourselves back up and heading down the road just about 15-20 minutes to the town of Tullamore for our visit to the Tullamore Dew Heritage Center, which is located in the buildings where Tullamore Dew used to be distilled and aged, and also Irish Mist as well. Luckily, William and Grant and Sons, who own the Tullamore Dew brand, are in the process of moving the distilling operations, which are now currently located at the new Middleton Distillery in County Cork, and they're building a new distillery in the town of Tullamore, so that Tullamore Dew can be once again distilled in the town of its birth. So in Tullamore, we will be taking a master distiller's tour, guided tour as well there, and then a tasting afterwards of a few of their whiskeys. Once we have finished in the Tullamore Heritage Center, we load ourselves back up and we head down to the town of Kilkenny. And depending on when we arrive, you may have the opportunity to take a couple of optional tours on your own if you wish of Kilkenny Castle, or the Smithwick's Brewery, which is located in the old St. Francis Abbey Brewery, which is Ireland's oldest operating brewery. And of course, Kilkenny Castle has been the home of the Butler family for a long time, and was first built around 1192 and then added on to over the centuries. It has since been restored to the height of its splendor, which is around the 1830s, and it now houses some wonderful paintings and some period furniture. Or you can just take a walk down around Kilkenny itself, which is a city rich in medieval heritage and also has a rather vibrant arts culture currently. And we'll be overnighting in the Pembroke Hotel, which is a boutique hotel located in the heart of Kilkenny, right down in the old city quarter on Patrick Street. And of course, we'll be having dinner, a beautiful dinner there as well. And that will bring day 3, or day 2 in Ireland, day 3 of the tour, day 2 in Ireland, to a close. And on day 4, day 3 in Ireland, we're going to be talking about our visit to the House of Waterford, the Rock of Cashel, traveling through Lismore, and all that good stuff. So I hope to see you in the next video, and I look forward to having you join us on the tour.